years. Today's launch.
In the report, the only notable regional exception we make is for Africa, where we see stronger growth in 2012 than 2011, and that may improve even slightly further in the next years, in part because of the recovery from the conflict in North Africa, but also through other regions of investments in infrastructure and in agricultural development in several of the African economies. So the upbeat story is for Africa, although its growth rates are around 5 to 6%, which is significant, but possibly not robust enough to accelerate reduction in poverty in those economies either.
Very much. Let me, at the outset.
In this scenario, we don't see recovery of employment levels to pre-crisis levels, not before 2017, and probably in the euro area, not even in the subsequent years beyond 2017, any sooner than that.
What's important is to recognize.
If we get the fiscal cliff, which we're now talking about, which would cut aggregate demand in the United States by about 4% over the next 2 years, or if we get a hard landing of the Chinese economy, slowing further from 7.5% growth estimated this year to 5% or less in the coming years, that would have major global ramifications. So from our analysis, the estimation we've made, the fiscal cliff would have the larger impact in terms of output losses accumulated over the next 2 to 3 years of about 2.5% for the world economy, more than 5% for the US economy, and lesser impact, but of less than 2% in Europe and the developing countries, particularly through monetary expansion. There's a need for fiscal consolidation, and in that sense, at some point, fiscal austerity will have to come. But this is not the right moment for most economies to undertake the fiscal austerity because it's self-defeating. So if you conduct fiscal austerity in this context, and the countries in Europe that, in particular, that are trying to do it, they have all their hopes set that will improve confidence, investor confidence, and through that will help growth. But what basically it's doing at the moment, it's taking away demand in the economy, it's keeping growth down, it's keeping unemployment high, and with that, the debt problems are not going away. Actually, they're deteriorating because of that. Be the key in the major developing economies.